I'm the 92 cent. That's how many of us say, I'll do it tomorrow, and then scroll like it pays. I'm the 92 cent, but not just because I'm lazy. I'm emotionally constipated with a deadline that hates me. I've missed dream jobs, deep talks, even texting back a maybe. My to-do list? More like a to-don't, baby. They call it procrastination. I call it hope with Wi-Fi. Putting pain on layaway, waiting till my heart's a bit more dry. But spoiler, it never dries, it drips. Into DMs I never sent, into calls I declined, into love I almost meant. I'm the 92%. I make memes out of fear, I laugh at my delay just to keep it clear. Because saying not now is easier than I'm scared. And yeah, I time manage my emotions like TikTok manages my care. Sometimes I ghost task so I don't ghost myself. That line? Viral. That pain? Universal. I am the 92%. Let it wait till tomorrow. 'Cause today, I'm not sure I'd survive the follow-through. They say procrastination is just poor time management. But what if it's grief in disguise? What if later is the lullaby we hum when the now feels like it might bite? Because let's be honest, this isn't about not wanting to do it. It's about not knowing if we're allowed to show up as we are. You ever sit there, phone in hand, staring at a text like it's a trap? You know it's 3 words, but your brain treats it like a tax return. You ever delay answering a friend because joy feels like a job you can't clock into yet? You say, I'll do it in 5, but that 5 becomes forever because your nervous system hit snooze on life. We don't postpone out of laziness. We pause out of overwhelm. Because the modern world doesn't just ask us to show up, it demands we perform while healing, optimize while grieving, and smile while unraveling. Our brains aren't broken, they're buffering. We've been turned into apps, constantly updating, never done downloading. We've memed ourselves into stalling. Me waiting for motivation like, mentally I'm already in 2027. Me to me, you'll do it tomorrow. Also me, it's tomorrow. But this isn't just jokes. It's the collective coping of a generation who's tired of chasing productivity like it's a personality test. Because when everything is urgent, nothing feels safe. And when you grow up in a world where being busy means you're worthy, then not acting right away feels like failure. But this isn't just stats and sadness, it's strategy. Subconscious survival in a swipeable world. Our delays aren't flaws, they're firewalls. I wanted to prove it wasn't that deep, that I could break the 92% curse by doing the scariest thing I know, acting immediately. No later, no let me think, just pure, unfiltered, full send energy for 1 whole week. Day 1, the crush text N. I texted my crush, hey, I keep thinking about you, wanna hang out? No overthinking, no rewording, no drafts and notes. I pressed send, then panicked, then Googled, how to become a new person in 24 hours. She replied, lol, that was brave. I'm kinda seeing someone though. I said, cool. But inside, I was a cracked iPhone screen held together by prayer. Day 2, voice memo to mom. I sent my mom a voice note saying, I miss you. I'm sorry I've been distant. I'm trying. She replied with that classic mom emoji. Then she called, and I picked up, and for the first time in 3 months, we just talked. No rush, no guilt, just 2 humans trying again. Day 3, you ever reply to a work email the second you read it? Felt like swallowing a stapler. But I did it. No waiting, no scheduling, no pretending to be offline on Slack. Boss said, whoa, fast response, are you okay? Mood, day 4, the thing I avoided for months. I opened the medical bill I'd been ignoring. Turns out, it was a $15 copay. I built a whole personality around avoiding $15. Paid it, rewarded myself by stress cleaning my inbox until I found a love letter I never sent. From 2022 to someone who's married now. Sick. Day 5, the call I feared most. I called my old best friend, the one I fell out with, over silence. She picked up. I froze. Then said, hey, I don't know if we'll ever be close again, but I needed you to know I loved you, even when I sucked at showing it. She said I loved you too, still kinda do. I cried. Off camera, because some things aren't content. Day 6, a real-time apology. I interrupted someone mid-story to say, hey, I actually wasn't really listening. I was stuck in my head. I'm sorry. Can you start again? They looked stunned, then smiled, then said, thank you. I thought I was boring. We hugged in a Target parking lot, which made it real. Day 7, the full no-lag life. I did everything on time. No skipping, no buffering, no mental TikTok intermissions. And by 9 p.m., I was done. Like, emotionally evaporated. My brain was a Discord server with too many pings. I wasn't thriving. I was surviving, loudly. No space between thought and action. No room to breathe. No pause to check if I was okay. Even when I got compliments, you're on fire this week. You're so responsive. You seem better. I didn't feel seen. I felt watched. Performing wellness in 4K, healing like it's trending. Recovery at the speed of reels. Because somewhere between pretending I'm brave and pressing send, I cracked. It wasn't the tasks, it was the tremble beneath each one. I realized I don't delay because I don't care. I delay because I care so much it burns. When I act right away, I skip the part where I ask myself, is this safe? Is this mine? Am I ready? And that's what broke me. Not the doing, the disappearing in doing. I didn't give myself time to feel the fear behind the yes, the grief behind the go, the truth behind the task. Because there's a difference between being efficient and being in it, between checking the box and checking in. The voice in my head that always says, later, later, later. I thought it was weakness, but it's actually a whisper. Warning that my heart isn't a machine, it's a maze. And some feelings don't come with clear exits. Sometimes I need time not because I'm avoiding the world, but because I'm trying not to lose myself in it. I watched a version of me this week, move fast, reply quick, sparkle on cue, and while everyone clapped, I missed me. The me that pauses before saying yes. The me that needs a minute to name what she's feeling. The me that forgets she's allowed to take up space without earning it in real time. So here's the quiet truth you'll never see on a productivity reel. Doing things now isn't always brave. Sometimes waiting is, because urgency is loud, but healing whispers. And I want to listen better. But maybe this percent isn't punishment. Maybe it's proof. Proof that my delay wasn't a defect, but a defense. A way my body bought me time until I was safe enough to show up whole. They told me, you're just avoiding life. But maybe I was learning how to survive it. Maybe my I'll do it tomorrow was never laziness, just a love letter I hadn't learned how to write yet. Because what if procrastination was actually protection? What if all those delays were my soul saying, not now, you're still bleeding. Not yet, you're still breaking. Wait, you haven't even heard yourself breathe. We call it a flaw, but maybe it's a form of emotional time travel. My body jumping ahead to imagine the crash before I even take the first step. I used to feel shame every time I paused. But now I think maybe I was practicing patience with a heart that didn't know how to stay standing. In all those moments I thought I was weak, sitting in a parked car, avoiding eye contact with unread emails, scrolling through apps I never opened, maybe I was just trying to find a place where I didn't feel like a burden. Because in a world that rushes recovery, pausing isn't procrastination, it's preservation. I used to repeat this phrase like a curse. I am the 92%, let it wait till tomorrow. But what if it's not a curse? What if it's a boundary? A way of saying, I'll meet myself there, but only when I'm ready. And you know what? That's not quitting, that's care. And if I'm part of that stat, maybe we all are. And maybe that's the real story here. We live in a world where the algorithm knows our hesitations better than our intentions. It tracks every pause, every hover, every almost we never committed to. The feed doesn't just read what we like, it reads what we delay. You think you're procrastinating? Nah, You're performing it, and the system is applauding. The algorithm is God, and I pray with my scroll. This isn't just about tasks. This is about a culture that profits off our paralysis. Every unread message, every unopened bill, every therapy session we cancel gets turned into a joke, a trend, a punchline with 12K likes. But underneath it, we're exhausted. We're glitching in public and calling it content. We are the burnout generation who branded self-destruction as a vibe. We say, I need a break, but mean, I need a reason to exist outside of what I produce. And we're told, do more, be more, react faster. But who benefits from that urgency? Not us. Not the girl refreshing job boards at 2 a.m. Not the boy with unsent drafts to his dad. Not the kid watching hustle reels while skipping breakfast. We confuse stillness with shame. We treat silence like a bug in the code. We call rest a glitch, when really it's a feature we forgot how to use. Because capitalism made later feel like failure. But what if it's not? What if later is language? The body's brilliant refusal to be rushed into ruin. We don't need better time management. We need better emotional permission. To take a breath, to say, this is mine, but not right now. Because the world keeps spinning, but healing has no timeline. And that's not inefficient, that's human. So if I could say just one thing to the version of me still pretending it's all okay, hey, you with the 37 open tabs and the one heart you keep closing. The one staring at a to-do list like it's a courtroom, afraid of being found guilty for not doing enough. I see you, lying in bed, rehearsing conversations you'll never have, punishing yourself for plans you never finished. I know what you tell yourself, that tomorrow is a flaw, that you'll never be good at this, that the delay means you're broken. But what if I told you you were just learning to love yourself, slowly? You thought you were wasting time, but maybe you were gathering it, so that when you finally did move, you could carry all of you forward. Not just the shiny, productive parts. You stopped mid-text? That's okay. You skipped the call? Maybe you needed silence. You missed a deadline? You're not a deadline. You're a living thing, not a task to be completed before someone else wakes up. Some days you'll need rest. Some days you'll need noise. Some days you'll do nothing, and that will be everything. So here's what I'd say to you, to me, to anyone who's ever felt like their pause was proof they're failing. You are not a problem to solve. You are a rhythm to honor. And yeah, I'm the 92%. I let it wait till tomorrow, but now I know that's not weakness, that's wisdom. Because some of the best things I've ever done came right after I let myself breathe. Some love takes time, some healing needs space, some truths only arrive when we're quiet enough to hear them knock. So next time your heart says later, don't call it lazy, call it listening. What % are you? Drop it in the comments. Next story, I'm the 33% born in Wi-Fi, raised by likes. Final line, sometimes peace sounds like not yet. I am the 92%, and I'm still worth the wait.